Hello, everyone. So for my next skill showcase for Unreal Engine, I moved around the underlying area, and as you can see, there are three collision boxes underneath each section, and essentially all that does is it resets the level. So if you fall on the ground now, then it'll teleport you back actually to the spot that you started at. So you have to actually complete the entire thing in order to move on to the next section. Um, and just as a little showcase for it. So, going along and then, oop, you missed the jump. Well, it'll just teleport you right back to the start. Um, and that also works for the next section as well. Of course, I'll just showcase that real quick. So now here I am in the moving platform section. So now when you fall in here, it'll teleport you back here, not actually all the way at the start, which is pretty cool. So then another thing that I added, so let's just say that you're going along and eventually there will be a score slash like time counter available that I will make for this. Let's say you don't really like your score or your time counter going off right now. So you're like, okay, so I want to restart. So I implemented a restart key. So it'll start you back actually to the beginning and it resets the entire level so that you can start all the way over from the beginning, which is uh, pretty neat. So now what that looks like in the actual blueprint section, this right here is just the level restart, and all it is if you press the one key on the keyboard, then it just gets the current level, and then it just opens it back up, which happens pretty instantaneously. I don't know what the processing time will be like when this gets a little bit more complex, but that'll be something I have to test in the future. And then for the actual restart, this is what the viewport looks like. It's just a really long box, invisible to the player eye, obviously. So then when you teleport back, then you're not seeing what you're teleporting from. And then all it does is once something collides with the collision box, which in this case it's casting to the character, then it just sets the location and the rotation of the character. And currently, it works so that you're rotated at the direction you're facing. I will be looking to change that in the future to make sure that you're rotated like back to the starting position. Because if you're turned around or something like that and it rotates you back to the way you were looking, it can be kind of confusing. But all it does is just gets the actor's location and then sends them back over to it. And then I just have this print string here just so that showing that it actually works. Up in the top left, it says reset right there, which is pretty cool. But this is what I mean, like it just turns you around, like if you're turned around, which can be something. Like some of them maybe would work in the future, but like for the starting one, for example, I would probably just reset you looking back at the camera or looking back at the level, I should say. But yeah, that's pretty much it for what I have for this section in this update. So thank you.